Bruce Willis has starred in some of the biggest blockbusters, but these are the 10 movies he swears by. Here's a list of films that have the Bruce stamp of approval, and it's packed with surprises. Critics weren't particularly kind to 300 upon its release in 2006. It currently rates at 61% on Rotten Tomatoes. But audiences still love Zack Snyder's stylized take on the legendary battle. And so does Bruce Willis, apparently. It may not be the most accurate depiction of a historical battle, but it's highly entertaining, although some argue that Snyder's 300 is merely a glorification of fascism. As a leading actor, Gerard Butler has never been better, and the film that spawned so many action scene imitators still stands as a unique cinematic vision. This is one of two Steve McQueen films Bruce Willis listed among his favorites, and one might argue that Willis himself is this generation's McQueen. Bullitt managed to capture the spirit of the late 1960s, and that's thanks to director Peter Yates' grounded direction, which captured the grit and grime of San Francisco in that era. Bullitt is first and foremost a crime thriller, anchored by McQueen's no-nonsense performance as a determined cop out for justice and a little revenge. If it's not clear by now, Willis is a Steve McQueen fan. John Sturges' action masterpiece, The Great Escape, is a must-watch for its suspense-filled third act, in which members of the all-star cast break out of their World War II prisoners of war camp and attempt to elude their Nazi captors. McQueen is in top form, playing an American prisoner who relishes making things difficult for the Germans holding him. It's interesting that Bruce Willis included this film in his list of favorites, as it featured the acting debut of Sybil Shepherd, his moonlighting co-star that he so famously clashed with on set. She gives a fantastic performance in The Last Picture Show, standing toe-to-toe with Jeff Bridges and Timothy Bottoms in this romantic drama about life in a sleepy little Texas town. The film remains the greatest achievement of director Peter Bogdanovich, with Paper Moon, released in 1973, a close runner-up. The film that convinced Bruce Willis to star in Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, has seen its standing grow in recent years as more film fans give it the respect it deserves. The film about a heist gone wrong is masterfully done, with Quentin Tarantino's script elevated by some outstanding performances. Tarantino may have perfected his craft with Pulp Fiction, but Reservoir Dogs deserves every accolade heaped upon it. Bruce Willis must really like Robert De Niro, as the Oscar-winning actor has 4 films on Willis's list of favorites. Many believe Goodfellas to be the best of Scorsese's modern films, and it's hard to argue the point. The story of Henry Hill's life in the mob is punctuated with fantastic dialogue and scenes so iconic they've become internet memes. Even the story of the film's production itself has taken on a legendary status. Scorsese has 3 films on Bruce Willis's favorite films list, and it's easy to see why. Taxi Driver, his tale of a troubled veteran who turns violent, remains a disturbing, relevant watch to this day. Robert De Niro was so committed to getting the character right, he got a taxi driver's license, lost 30 pounds, and took gun training. In one of the worst snubs in Oscar history, Scorsese was not nominated for Best Director, although the film did earn 4 Oscar nominations. This is yet another Scorsese film that didn't get the respect it deserved upon its release. Raging Bull, the story of real-life boxer Jake LaMotta, was a flop at the box office, earning just over $20 million in its initial run. It earned 8 Oscar nominations, but Academy voters didn't exactly love a film about an aggressively violent, unlikable protagonist. It won 2, including a well-earned Best Actor award for Robert De Niro, who famously put on 60 pounds for the role. A crime drama without equal, The Godfather Part II is a compelling expansion of the mob world established in Francis Ford Coppola's Oscar-winning 1972 predecessor. It manages to surpass the first film in most aspects, including a 1-2 acting punch of Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, playing a young Vito Corleone. The film would win the Oscar for Best Picture, becoming the first sequel to win the coveted award. Almost 20 years before winning an Oscar for The Godfather, Marlon Brando took home his first Academy Award for Best Actor for On the Waterfront, a masterful tale about a former boxer who stands up against union corruption. The film capped an incredible run for Brando, in which he was nominated for Best Actor for 4 straight years, utilizing a form of method acting that changed how films were made.